This is a 2025 Ford F450 Platinum. And for 2025, they do have some differences for this trim level in the F450. I borrowed this truck from Larry H. Miller Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. It was sold by Nick Meunier, but if you would like to order a truck, be sure to ask for him. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker. At the very top is the description with the colors. And here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Down below, this one does have the high output option for $3,000. Gooseneck dual hitch kit is for $525. FX4 package for $495. Vehicle safe, rapid heat, engine block heater, and then they do have that Pro Power onboard as an option for 2025. Wheel liners, upfitter switches, heavy service front suspension, and tough bed spray in. Finish up the options. And dealer installed options is the security keyless entry keypad for $225. Base price for a Platinum F450 is $94,035. Destination is $1995, with this truck having a total price of $103,115. For 2025, this Ford F450 Platinum got a price increase of, drum roll please, $500. So not too bad, especially considering from 2023 to 2024 it went up by about $1,000. Now obviously not much has changed, except they did get rid of the limited trim, and you guys will see a Platinum Plus review here in the future really soon. Now on the front end, you guys can see that they still have the satin finish around the grille. For some weird reason, I thought they went with a blackout even on this dually, but maybe they did last minute changes. But someone can clarify in the comment section. But I could have sworn when I built one, when they made these trucks available online, this was all blacked out right here. You can also see right here they do have some more satin in the center, and I do like that little touch they give you. Front cameras, painted front bumpers, front parking sensors, full LED headlights. I'm going to show you guys the lights on. I don't normally do that with these trucks, but I figured I'd do it on this one for you. They look pretty darn good. They do have the projector style headlights, and they give you good light. I haven't driven a Platinum yet at night, but I have driven the Lariats with the LED reflective style, and they were pretty good, and these should focus the light a little bit better for you. Now let's go ahead and take a quick peek at this suspension. Most people know this by now. Wide front track. It's about 6 inches wider compared to the F350s, and better turn radius. They do use different coils, I believe, on F450 compared to F350 as well. And then you have these big boy tires. These are the Continental HDR 5s, 225, 70, 19.5 is the tire size, 19.5 inch aluminum wheels. And these are the 3-peak tires too. As far as capacity goes, it's right here. It says 3,970 pounds for single, 3,750 for dual, 110 PSI. And I love the fender flares on this truck. They really give it that buff look for sure. Now here's a nice side view. You guys can see the chrome on those power deployable running boards. They do black out the trimming on your badging right here and on your mirror caps. So they reduce most of that chrome, especially around the windows. I think they did black out the grille, and then they took it away at the last minute. I also saw that they did make these plastic too, but looks like they didn't do that either, so who knows. Now down below, you have the high output power stroke badge. They don't have the keypad installed quite yet. Smart key system for the front doors with painted door handles. And they also have the steps on the side of the bed. People complain about the steps. I think the steps make the truck look more like a truck, so I like them. I think they look great. 48-gallon fuel tank because it's a long bed, and then you have a 7.4-gallon DEF tank too. And when you get the FX4, they do provide a skid plate for your fuel tank, which I think is nice even if you don't go off-road, because obviously going down the highway you could hit something in the road and it could tear up that tank, so that skid plate gives you some protection down below. They have the best dually beds too in the segment, and if you damage it, this is replaceable without having to replace the whole bed. Very smart by Ford. Inside, they do have a liner Not further back though. Now you could always get that spray line, like a bed liner. You can get that sprayed if you like, if you want to protect it. You can see that fifth wheel prep package back there. Now, I didn't mention this up front, but you guys can see you have a 10 lug design here. That's another upgrade you get with this F450. Now you do have bigger disc brakes on this truck as well. And then as far as the leafs go, they look the exact same. Now the spring rate could be a little bit different. As far as the framing goes, I think the front section of that frame is going to be different. And then let's take a quick peek down here. They do give you an upgraded diff cover with those little fins on there. Should help with cooling. 430 comes standard. And yeah, those brakes are definitely larger. You can really tell back here. There's your spare tire. It is a Steely, as well as your inner wheels there. You can probably see they're still two. They do give you an upgraded receiver hitch. It's going to be a class 5, but it's going to have a 3-inch opening. And you can see that they give you the black applique out back, which I like. I think it looks great. Especially on this carbonized gray, it's perfect. You do have a camera, light. This is going to be power. They did remove your sonar and backup camera on top of the tailgate. Not a big deal, I guess. I was a little bummed by it, but it is what it is. And I'll explain why in a second, or in the future. 7-pin, 12-way. Bed lights. This one has a spray in too, and that's an option now. 2 kilowatts of power. They do provide a camera up top there. You can see that fifth wheel prep package. And to put this up, you just tap it with your knee. They do provide a 7 and 4-pin LED lights for license plate. Full LED tail light. You only get these on the platinum trim level, by the way. They look really good too. They give you the chrome exhaust tips, and then here's a nice side view of the truck. Now you might be wondering, why did this high output power stroke only cost $3,000? Great question. It's because you cannot get a gas engine with this platform F450. This truck is limited to the 14,000 pound GVWR, which means if you were to get a cabin chassis, you could have 16.5 plus GVWR. With that being said, that's the biggest negative to this truck. If you're looking to use this for a bed camper, this may not be the best platform for that because the gas engine gives you more payload capacity in that regard. Ford did not make any changes to this engine for 2025, however. 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Their biggest competitor for horsepower and torque wars decided to throw in the towel. So yes, Ford basically got Ram to give up on the competition because they set the bar so high. Now, obviously, that's probably going to change in a couple years because, you know, Ram has to come out with something great to beat Ford because they just go back and forth with it. So Ford is on top of the world right now, and that's a good thing. 500 horsepower is insane out of a diesel engine, especially the torque being at 1200. 10-speed 10R140 is behind it, and lower compression out of this engine. You have better cooling, especially on the turbocharger. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. For 2025, the interior did get better, and that's in part to the fact that they added this blue accent to the interior. So gone is the caramel interior and the caramel accents on the black interior. Now on the door, they still use that same wood treatment right there. Also, they have that suede right there. And you can see that blue stitching and piping on the door. It looks great. Nice gray accent here. You have your same controls as last year, so you can pretty much power extend out for tow mode. They are power folding. You have the 3 seat memories and auto up and down only for the front windows, which I don't know why that has to be an option on these trucks. B&O sound system is upgraded for the platinum trim level. And your seats, you still have that 12-way seat with the contour seats. Last year, I saw a ton of the platinums have the max recline, and then they give you that pillow, but that pillow I say is also a shoulder support too, so I like to see that on the trucks. Now they do give you this satin finish around the seats. I love that too, by the way. And then on the platinum badge, you have that on a kick plate. They did restyle this area just a little bit, just the orientation of the buttons. Electronic parking brake, power pedals, and power steering column. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. Here's that dash. They did remove the wood that was here. Soft touch, grab handle, and black headliner. And then here is the seats. Have that platinum badge right there. Perforated leather. Now you guys know I gotta show this. So even when you get the heavy duty front service suspension, whatever they call it, you don't get that certification for the camper package. I just would recommend, I think that's the better way to go, because then you get that certification and that could give you better resale value in the future. Okay, a little bit of storage there. Now I got to show you guys something that is just too funny. I showed on a Lariat they didn't add the chrome on the driver's seat, but they added it on the passenger seat. So you saw that it had the satin finish on the driver's side. On the passenger seat they gave you the chrome. That is too funny. I don't know who's building these trucks at the factory, but it's got to be the interior side of things where they're just kind of making little mistakes like that. But nevertheless, here's that door. You can see more of that wood. Cup holder right there, grab handles. This one didn't have that twin panel, by the way, which is why it did seem a little bit cheaper on the window sticker for me. Seat back pockets, outboard heated seats. You have the Type C USBs, 2 of them, 120 volt power plug, and they got rid of that 12 volt. They still have that 60/40 bench. They still provide a armrest with cup holders. This is the hitch kit right here. I'm not gonna open it though because it's not my truck. This truck's so-so. I don't like to mess with people's things too much. And then you have that collapsible storage right there. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Push button starts right there. 12-inch screens in the truck. Here's your backup camera and bed view. The sun is behind us. Exhaust brake, downhill assist is up here. They did restyle this too. Some of the buttons are down below here. You have those heated seats and ventilated seat buttons there. Heated steering wheel, dual climate control. They still provide that nice wood treatment. More satin finish on this interior. Did I already show this satin finish too? Yeah, you have it back there too. And then, love this center armrest. Looks great. And as you guys saw, had the lockbox. So if you have a pistol or a SIG P365 macro with the comp like mine, here, let's show it. Let's go ahead. I'm almost at 100,000 subscribers. I should be there by now, but there, I'm gonna trigger some people. Look, a gun! Ah! Now down below here, you do have some of your drive modes. So you have eco, tow haul, normal, slippery, and off-road. See, I leave it in eco mode when I'm doing my break-in, right? And then heads-up display. I love the accent they give you on that steering wheel. Nice little treatment there. If you want to turn on your contour seats, it's pretty easy to do under settings. You have your driver's side, your passenger side, and all you have to do is just push massage. You have 3 levels of that lumbar support. You have 5 different settings for the seats, 3 levels of intensity. And yeah, I mean, this truck has all the nice features you would ever want. You saw that it had the Pro Power right here. You can turn all the power plugs off inside the truck, or if you want to turn them on, including that generator, you can do so. You can hear the fan on the inverter back there too, by the way. Also, I haven't seen these in a while. You have the onboard scales. And actually it shows you already the payload, so you guys will see more of the numbers on the door here in a second. And you can use their tail lamps too for that. They also give you this too. So even when you get inside the truck with passengers, like if I jump up and down on the truck, it will actually fluctuate a little bit. So that is a nice feature to have if you want to see, you know, where you are for payload. Once you put your hitch in, hook up your trailer, add whatever extra gear you want to put to the truck. It's a nice feature. Now, before we go outside. I got to show a few more things here, so I got to move really quickly because this video is too long already. You have all your temperatures, measurements for your diesel, so turbo boost, which is nice to see. You can actually put it up there too. It shows you your emission stuff as well, and then they have these auxiliary gauges. On the roof you have home link. This one did have the auxiliary switches added, and you have a place for your sun shades, glasses. You can power slide that rear glass, and this truck does still have the LED lights. And there are your vanities. Front gross axle weight rating is going to be 6,000 pounds. The rear is 9,900 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 14,000. The wheels are 19.5 by 6 wide. And that axle code is a 4L, so that's a 430 with a limited slip, I believe. There's your payload at 4,795 pounds, 90 psi in the front tires is what they recommend, and 80 in the rear, so that's nice. Hope you guys liked the video. This is definitely a nice truck. I think that for 2025, yes, you did lose some features, but I like the blackout that they've done on this truck, guys. It looks great, especially with this carbonized gray. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your continued support. It is not easy doing these videos, guys. Like today, it was like 14 degrees when I got to the dealership, and man, I forgot my gloves. So yes, be sure to support this content as much as you can. See you guys soon.